So, Kevin.
So, Gary.
Oh,
Here, get that, let's clean him up there.
Take
this
15. Take 15. Take 15.
Alright, okay.
It feels like a nursing home.
Yeah, these are the times, to be fair. Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Cycling Paddy. So I hope your legs are good. Hope we're getting in a bit of cycling before these clocks and the nights come in top of us. Over the last few weeks we have been out at the Clare Gravel League. It's been interesting, we've enjoyed it, helping out there, getting involved, watching everyone enjoying themselves, but unfortunately for me I haven't been doing any cycling. So some of you might know that I had to get a spinal operation unexpectedly. I had to get what they call a spinal decompression. I had a fragment in my back, leaning down on a nerve there. I was losing sensation in my leg, things like that. So it was better out than in these circumstances. So I've been off the bike for a number of weeks now, and I just went to see the specialist the other day, and he's kind of gave me all clear to go back and do some light training and some indoor cycling. So I've been, with that in mind, I've been cycling kind of like an hour at a time, doing just basic zone 2 stuff, getting the hips going again and getting the lower back moving. I've decided then to head back to the gym a bit earlier than usual, and fortunately for me we have the bike shop upstairs, but there's a gym downstairs, so I'm going to be heading into the gym downstairs today to talk to Kevin. Kevin's the main man, and we're going to do some lactate testing, something I've never done before, something that I'm quite interested in getting to know about. And we're going to do basically a baseline test. We're going to set out a program from now until Christmas, which is kind of like 6 or 8 weeks away, maybe a bit longer, and we're going to retest then. So if you're interested in lactate testing or you want to find out more, I suggest that you stay tuned for the rest of this video. Okay folks, let's go. I say that because I can just hop over to him in the way.
Yeah.
Alright Kev.
Alright, Car.
How are things?
Good.
What are we at today?
So today we're going to do a lactate threshold test on one Gary Kiley, who's coming back from injury. Hasn't pedalled in quite a few months. That's some back surgery. So we're going to use this time to try and really get his training right, have him training in the right space. He's obviously going to be doing some rehab for the back. So today we're going to start with a lactate threshold test. It's just a staged interval bike test. Luckily we have a watt bike that we can perform that on. I've all the gear here. I've got the Lactate Pro 2 analyzer. So at the end of every 3 minutes we're going to take blood. We're going to just continue that until exhaustion, and hopefully at the end of that we'll be able to graph it, and we'll have exactly where his lactate threshold turn point 1 is and his lactate threshold turn point 2 is, and from that we can correlate his heart rate, so he's cycling in exactly the right place he needs to be to get the maximum amount of bang for his buck rather than wasting miles, so we can deduce his tempo efforts, his long threshold rides, his aerobic, his zone 2 rides. You can set all his heart rate zones from that information. So hopefully, we haven't done it on the bike before, we've done quite a few running, so it's our first time having to go on the bike, so we'll be able to update you with the results and how it went.
Alright, lovely. So warm up is?
The warm up, I'm going to take a baseline lactate levels before he does anything, and then the warm up is 15 minutes at 80 RPMs at possibly somewhere around 100 watts, just for 15 minutes with 5 or 6 surges of 20 or 30 seconds during that time. Then we'll spin out for 5 minutes, we'll take another line on the lactate and we'll go from there.
Alright, let's get cracking. Alright Kev, so I have my warm up done as prescribed. What's next from here?
So we'll get to the first stage of the test after the 20-minute warm up, which is we're going to go 3 minutes at 100 watts and around an 80-85 RPMs. It should be just nice and steady, and at the end of that 3 minutes we'll record the heart rate, the RP, the blood lactate levels and the wattage that Gary is using, which we now know is 100 watts. Give that a wipe off now as well, clear that bit of blood. pedal. Super. So stage 1, we got a reading of 1.8 millimoles. So that's exactly where you'd like it to be. It's nice and low at the moment after the first stage. So hopefully we get a nice clean linear test.
So 125 watts next.
So
for 3 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
right,
Cool.
okay. But that was 3 minutes at 125. How did that work out there?
So there was a slight drop in the lactate levels there, down to 1.5.
Okay.
So we'll just see where we go with the next one now.
Okay, so it's right for 3 minutes at 150.
150, yeah.
Okay.
Keep the RPMs at 85.
1.
Coming to its conclusion. Give it a wipe again, yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay, wipe that car. Stop pedaling now for a sec. Cool, got it. 6.1 gar, big jump. Is there another rep in you, no?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, folks. So that is lactate threshold test, first one ever done. Not overly happy with the power numbers, but we're more interested in the heart rate for this one. So without any more hesitation, we're just going to jump straight into kind of a summary of my test. Kev, please.
So it was a good test. It was pretty clean and linear. Like, it's the first time we've done a bike test.
Why would you say that is?
Well, the lactate numbers kind of grew. We've graphed it, and you can actually see. We can actually show you the graphs, and we can put them up after if you like. Where there's a nice steady increase in lactate.
I thought you were going to say that because I fuck all done the
Oh, yeah. Because he was fresh and he was well hydrated. Because he's fuck all done here in the last 3 months. Going on about his back, so he's very fresh and well ready to test. But because he had a lovely steady curve on the lactate line, and that correlated really nicely with a steady increase in his heart rate throughout the test. So what we've determined from the test is Gary's heart rate zones and the amount of wattage that he's going to be putting out in those zones.
So heart rate only, please.
So heart rate only. So we have deduced that his zone 1 heart rate recovery is around 140.
Up to 140.
Yeah, up to 140. His zone 2 is 140 to 150. Mm-hmm. His zone 3, kind of low threshold, LT1, is 155 to 170. His upper threshold, tempo, 170 to 180. And then his zone 5, that really, really high intensity kind of VO2 max effort, short spurts, short intervals, or short surges around 180 plus.
Okay, so now that I have all that information, I suppose I need to go to coach and work out a plan for the next 6 or 8 weeks, and then what, retest then?
Yeah, so we can provide this information to STL. Is STL getting the gig this year?
Yeah, I think so.
No, STL, you're getting the gig this year?
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Play the cards right, kid.
Yeah.
But he's getting the gig this year, and I can pass this information on to him, and he's a guy that's very well versed in heart rate and stuff like that, so he's going to make real good use of this information. So there's no more guesswork for Gary, certainly over the next 6 or 8 weeks. He can train in those spaces, and then we'll retest at the end of that 6 to 8 weeks, and we'll see what kind of changes there's going to be in his power output in particular.
Okay, very good. All right, that's pretty much everything. But until we are, fuck's sake, can cut that out, sorry.
Okay.
Okay, so that's pretty much everything about me and testing. So we'll go on to this geezer next. He wants to know who he is Kevin. He's the main man here in K Athletic Kilrush, and he provides all the testing. He also coaches a bit. He's former triathlete.
Yeah, triathlete, cycling, yeah. One of Stephen Lynch's first students, I'd say.
Cycling. I don't know about that, Kev. I haven't seen you on a bike in a while.
Well, leisure cycling, kind of sporty, but no, I've been off the bike for a while, yeah. But the old High Rocks.
The High Rocks kid. All right, so the High Rocks. What's that up there? That one is.
That is Shane O'Malley, the great Shane, who was involved in an accident a few years ago. He's fully blind, and we managed to do a High Rocks together last year in Dublin. I was his guide runner.
All right, and any other accolades?
A few, yeah. We managed to nick a few races last year: Dublin, Glasgow, which is a major, and the European Championships in Vienna.
European champ.
Well, one half of the team anyway.
One half of the team. Doubles in European champs doubles in your age category.
In my age category,
right,
which is the old man division.
So, if anyone's looking for High Rocks coaching, you're the man.
I'm the guy. Yeah, don't go to anybody else. They're useless and they're telling lies. Everybody's wrong except me. And we'll start with a lactate test. You can't go wrong. You're going to be in the right place. Cut out the bullshit. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Alright, so folks, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like what you've seen today, please like, share, subscribe. And if you want to see this fella in some other videos, let us know too.
Don't let me down, lads. Don't let me down. No.
Peace out. Take care.